All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real weird stuff and a little bit of music thrown in, doing it in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. And before I get going with this video, um, here's something that kind of sounds like Jefferson Airplane and Asia kind of put together. That's what I got. Lana Lane, who has this kind of Grace Slick thing going on, I think. And then you've got keyboardist Eric Norlander, who has been in a band called Dukes of the Orient. This is really well done. This is classic rock, okay? This came out a couple, 3 years ago now. I don't know, but it's really fantastic. And I don't know. There were a couple of people on YouTube that promoted this because it's really good and it shouldn't be ignored. They don't make music like this too often anymore, but check out Lana Lane. Neptune Blue is the name of the album. I'm going to try to remember to put the link in the video itself. And if it's not available out there, then I can't do that. Nobody sells anything because you're supposed to own nothing and you're supposed to be happy, right? So Valerie Bertinelli, one of my favorite topics here. She has weighed in on what was going on right before or during, I'm not sure here, when Eddie Van Halen passed away. And the headline honestly got my attention. And then I dug into this little article here. This is the Slow News Day material on April 8th, right? You had the eclipse, so everything else just got eclipsed by the eclipse, all right? So Eddie Van Halen's family, this is the headline, Eddie Van Halen's family ordered pizza after his death. It says after his death. Okay, that's what it says, all right? So, but then you dig into this a little bit and it gets a little confusing. While some people lose their appetite after someone dies, this has got to be the writer. This isn't Valerie Bertinelli. Although with Valerie Bertinelli, her take on everything is the most important take. And she's still talking about this. She's speaking to People magazine, right? Why even put this out there? His ex-wife, keep that in mind, she divorced Eddie in 2007. And when he died, it was like they hadn't been divorced. Seriously. I mean, if you look at all of these articles, and this is uncomfortable for me because, okay, maybe there was this relationship that had never gone away. But when you divorce someone, you typically you don't have this kind of attraction or connection, especially after 13 years. And this raises the question because I think she was the one. I don't know who divorced who. I think it was kind of mutual. And I'm not going to get too much into that, but if she cared this much, right? Get Eddie into rehab, do what you need to do, be patient and all that good stuff. But she had remarried. By the way, she got divorced from the guy that she had remarried, whereas Eddie was married to a different person. Okay, Janie. Just to refresh everybody, her name, her maiden name was Janie Lazuski, right? And she was married to Eddie Van Halen when Eddie died. Just want to put that out there because she's not going to People magazine. People magazine probably wouldn't care to speak with her, but they do want to talk to Valerie Bertinelli because she was the TV star. She's been on a couple of sitcoms, whatever. She's a big deal, all right? And their marriage was really cool back in 1980, whatever, whenever that happened. I thought they kind of looked alike back in those days. It was cute, right? Anyway, so she reveals to People magazine that they ordered a pizza after the rocker passed. Now think of this, right? So The headline says Eddie Van Halen's family ordered pizza after his death. This is where it gets a little weird. I forget who suggested it, but we were like, should we have pizza? Because he couldn't eat. And the last thing Ed really wanted was a pizza, she says. He loved pizza and burritos. So we had pizza in his hospital room. All right. So Ed just died. Ed just died. And they ordered a pizza. And they had it in his hospital room. And this is how I know that Ed had expired. She says, I hope people don't think that's morbid. Wow. Okay, so you know what you do with this information? You file it. You don't tell People magazine, hey, when Ed died, we ordered a pizza and had it brought to the hotel room in celebration because Ed couldn't eat pizza at the end. He wanted pizza and burritos, but he was too sick. He couldn't eat. So we had the pizza brought in, and I hope you don't think that's morbid. Yeah, I kind of do think that's really weird and morbid, you know, because the title of the article kind of gives it away. Family ordered pizza after his death, not prior to his death. I mean, would it have been really mean if he were still alive? Maybe Ed could sense that they were having a pizza and he would have gotten really agitated and you didn't want him to be angry on his way out. Anyway, this love story between Valerie and Eddie at the end, I'm just really tired of this. And no, I'm not, what did she call it? Grief shaming. She said basically, maybe to me directly or to other people, that I was grief shaming. He ordered a pizza. Most people wouldn't be up for a pizza. And who was there? Alex was there. Wolfie was there. It's his favorite food. Should we order a pizza? Sure, let's order a pizza. This article concludes, he knew how much I loved him. I knew how much he loved me. The last words he said to me and to Wolfie were, I love you. Well, of course you're going to say that. Adding, Ed was very giving with his heart. He wore it on his sleeve. Yes, that is true. Ordering a pizza, though, after he is in the hospital room still, unless they took him out of the room. But she does say, I hope people don't think that's morbid. He must have still been in the room because she doesn't specify. So I'm speculating. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I mean, I think what she really needs to do is stop talking about this. Just stop. All right, just stop. Ed still hasn't had a tribute concert, by the way, in the Sammy Hagar thing this summer. It's kind of like a tribute to Ed. I hope he makes it into a tribute for Ed. Every show should be a tribute to Ed, but it's not billed. It's billed as, hey, celebrating the music of Van Halen, which is great. All right. And Joe says Joe Satriani. He's going to try very hard to try to sound like Eddie Van Halen, which he says is going to be a very difficult task. I don't know. Again, just for a little update here. By the way, if you type in Eddie Van Halen's wife, right? Pictures of Valerie Bertinelli pop up all over the place, articles with Valerie Bertinelli. But his wife at the time of his death was Janie Liszewski, all right? Or you call her Janie Van Halen. And so I'm a little perplexed, but I understand the media and all of these articles with Valerie Bertinelli. The algorithm will find all of the Valerie stuff, and there's tons of it. Janie, I think, did some actual mourning when people say they want privacy and they don't want to just go out there and sort of blab a lot and tell everybody all of their problems. Janie, I think, if I recall, was a little slow to go out there. And I think when she did go out there, she was truly devastated to the point where she was having trouble functioning. I think there was one article where it said that she said, "I knew it was, I never knew it was possible to cry so many tears or feel such incredible sadness." And she said this: "Our journey together has not always been an easy one, but in the end and always, we have a connection and love that will always be." Who is more connected to Ed? Is it Janie? Janie was there at the end. Janie was married to Ed at the end. "Saying goodbye is the hardest thing I have ever had to do, so instead I say so long. I will see you again soon in a place with no pain or sorrow." Kind of little heavenly twist there at the end, which I like. Sounds like maybe there's something more than just ordering a pizza at the end. I don't know. This is just rubbing me the wrong way, and I'm sorry, because who cares, right? Ed's still gone, and there hasn't been a tribute yet. But this summer, let's hope that Sammy does a good job just honoring the music of Eddie Van Halen, and also getting that Van Halen catalog back out there. And you've got Michael Anthony, so it's going to be a great show. And I think that will put some closure on all of this stuff. In the meantime, I'm hoping Valerie Bertinelli, I mean, certain things, if this did happen, and I'm sure it did, I don't know why this had to get out there. People magazine, who can I tell this great story? I hope you don't think I'm morbid. No, it's completely normal. Someone dies, you're in their hotel room or their hospital room, whether they're dead or not. And I'm thinking, is the body, is he still there? Morbid suggests that he's still there. All right, that's enough. And, speechless. I don't know what to say. It's a weird story. And sorry to showcase this, because this artist is probably like, wow, you're putting my album in a very morbid video. It's Lana Lane, Neptune Blue. It's really good. It's like Jefferson Airplane meets Asia. All right. So yeah, check that out. God bless everyone. Pray for peace in the world. Pray for the old normal to come back. It's not coming back, but I figured I'd pray for the old normal, because I prefer that one over this new normal. Everybody's just gone wacky in the last 2 or 3 years. It's just, something's different. I know it, you know it, and other people know it, but some people just won't admit it.